It's okay, man. It doesn't matter that you cleared your throat.
That's what professionals do.
It doesn't have to be that professional. Just a conversation. You guys are never going to believe who we have here today. We have Uncle Dick in the house.
Uncle Dick is here.
Uncle Dick is here. We talked about Uncle Dick. We also have Mr. Trek, the Notorious C.H.A.D. Hoopes.
Howdy.
Notorious C.H.A.D. That's your nickname. Richie, tell us about the nickname they gave you at work.
Oh, you mean, well, it started out as, they're talking to me.
He said, I will not say to tell this story on the podcast. And it's the first question I ask him. So
we're sitting at work and a bunch of the Empire guys working. I'm in their office.
Wait, hang on. If you have young children with you, fast forward the podcast.
Earmuffs.
5 minutes. Earmuffs. Go ahead.
Oh, so we're sitting there and we go back and forth a lot. And they're sitting there and they're like, yeah, we started talking about you the other day, Rich. And we started saying, well, it's Rich Hoopes. And then they said, well, we could just call him Dick Hoopes. The other one looked at him and said, well, couldn't that just be Dick Hoopes? And another guy looked at him and says, hell, we'll just call him Cockring. So now they call me CR.
Charlie Rainbow. From now on.
It fits.
Uncle Dick is gone. I'm calling you
CR.
Charlie Rainbow from now on. Mr. Rainbow.
Dang, that's going to stick.
I'm all good with it.
Charlie Rainbow. Oh, that's so funny. So I got my two brothers here, brother-in-laws, Mr. Richard Hoopes, who we call
CR.
Charlie Rainbow. We got the Notorious C.H.A.D. here.
Yo.
And we had such a good time last time. We figured we'd do it again. And Richie was here as a target of opportunity. So we figured to have some conversations and kind of loosely talk about, all things mountain bikes and also how moto kind of influences mountain bikes and the difference between mountain biking and motorcycling and I guess motor riding. Because there's a shit ton of technology that gets flown down from motorcycles into mountain bikes, and we see it all the time. So I think maybe that's a good place to start. It looks like Richie's like, are you searching are you on Pornhub or something? What are you doing?
Yes, of course. I'm a lifetime member.
So put the phone down. So all things desert, right? Riding bikes, riding dirt bikes.
Yeah. So
dirt and cactus.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on technology that you've seen over the years that kind of started out in both you guys? Because I don't know motorcycles at all or motos. First of all, what's the right term? What should I be calling these things that you ride with engines?
Dirt bike.
Dirt bike. All right. So
Motorbikes.
Motos. All right, so dirt bike tech. You're at least 40 years older than me. So you've been riding bikes, motorcycles since they were invented. And you've seen the whole evolution from like steam to, combustion,
concrete wheels to aluminum and rubber.
What have you seen over the years that has started out in dirt bikes and has ended up
well, I mean, if you go through the whole, when I started riding and really got into it, 2-strokes were the big bad thing.
Yeah.
Back at the end of the 1990s, early 2000s, the 4-strokes came in and have become the most popular bikes out there. They're much more rideable because they have a much more usable power band. And now they've got them where they're putting out more power.
Okay.
But the biggest change in your dirt bikes has been the suspension. The suspension just keeps getting better and better and better. And that's the biggest evolution that I've seen through the whole thing.
And has that started to trickle down into mountain bikes?
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure a lot of it does. The main difference in a mountain bike compared to a dirt bike is they're much more concerned about the weight.
Right.
I mean, the weight on a mountain bike is much more critical than it is on a dirt bike. But they want to keep it light, but
you would say valving technology and things like that have come. I think when I listened to the guy from Push, he talked about a lot of his history in like racing suspension and how a lot of that translated valves and coatings and things like that, right?
But it's a lot of the same companies, right? I mean, Fox makes motorcycle and makes mountain bike stuff. They probably
do. The one I've noticed the most that does a lot of the motorcycle stuff that does that also does dirt bikes is Olin's.
Olin's. Yep.
And Olin's is really big, and they've always been high dollar, really top of the line motorcycle suspension, street bikes and dirt bikes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a suspension I would love to have on my bike.
Olin's.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. I mean, it's roughly the same price as the Fox stuff, isn't it? Or is
it
it
is.
more expensive?
I think I'm afraid of it just simply from the fact that there's just no one like serviceability, right? It's nice Fox. Everybody has a Fox or a RockShox, so it's easily serviceable.
It's like buying a Mercedes or something. You're gonna have a hard time finding, or a Porsche or something
versus a Toyota.
Right.
I would bet that it's pretty easy to service for the most part.
But part availability, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, we got to put things in context here, though. You are like a very skilled, very talented, very experienced mechanic.
I mean, I've what I've seen on looking at the bicycle suspensions.
Yeah,
most of it is pretty simple as far as servicing if you have the correct tools.
Yeah,
that's the thing between working on a dirt bike or a motorcycle and working on a bicycle. The bicycle has a lot less parts, but it has a lot more specialty tooling.
Is that true? So all those special tools that I have to buy, you don't have to do that kind of stuff for motorcycles.
There are some, but most of the tools are just regular hand tools you'd use for a car or anything else. There are some specialty tools, but not near as much as what you have for your bicycles.
Like a Japanese screwdriver. Got
JIS.
Got one of them.
What's JIS? I don't.
Japanese Industrial Standard or something.
All the screws on our bike that are Phillips head.
Yeah.
Fall under the Japanese industrial standard. So
I need to buy Japanese screwdrivers.
I told you that.
So my Craftsmans are like not good.
I mean, they work, but you could strip bolts out.
Oh, yeah. So what's the brand? Like what should I buy?
I sent you a link, but I'll send you another one. I got it off Amazon, $12, $13.
All right. So
just look it up on Google sometime. Difference between a JIS screwdriver and the actual angle of the head is different. So the American ones has a little less angle on it, so it won't get all the way down into a JIS.
Dude, you were blowing my mind. You and I talked about this before, but I didn't really realize what the hell you were talking about. Yeah. I just thought you were telling me they were higher quality, and I was like, yeah, but they're actually a different spec.
Yes.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
I mean, I think you can get away with it, right? I mean, if
I've been getting away with it for 20 years.
99% of the people do.
But it's like a $12 screwdriver.
Yeah,
so
but if I can get a little better, I'm in, man.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, okay, so are there... I mean, having a good screwdriver is good compared to a shitty one.
Yeah, better screwing with a good screwdriver.
Better screwing with a good screwdriver.
Yep. I believe that's how it works. Anyway.
That's what she said. But so you don't know. There's no specific brands that come to mind. Just look for like
a JIS.
I'm sure Park has JIS if you want to get like high end. But the one I found was.
Okay.
It was. I'll send you the link to the exactly one.
Well, if the Park ones are JIS, then I'll go with the Park ones because I'm digging the Park. Well,
they might have both.
Oh, here now we're getting.
You're
crazy.
looking for JIS standard screwdrivers. Okay. What it is?
Wow, I did not even know there was a difference.
Mind blown.
Boom. Yeah, this is crazy. And now it's got me thinking about the stuff that we have built over there. Like for my job out, my actual job that pays me money, we don't build bicycles. And I'm wondering this stuff, like what are those bolts that get on the, anyways, we'll talk about that off the show. I think we actually slipped up and said the name of our company when I had Charles the Turtle McVicker on not that long ago. Okay. So really interesting. So you don't have as many specialty tools.
Not near as many as what you need to work on a bicycle.
So how about hydraulic brake technology? So like it was rim brakes forever. Was it rim brakes ever on motorcycles?
Not that I know of. They typically the ones from the 70s and 60s they used a drum brake.
What about the ones with the concrete wheels? The wheels made of rocks that we were talking
that was your feet. That's Flintstones. You just put your feet down and drag them.
All right, so explain to me the difference between a drum and a disc brake, because I don't really understand what the difference is.
Well, a drum brake is basically, as it says, it's a drum and it has two brake shoes inside of there. That when you hit your brakes, they push out and rub against the drum.
I got you. Okay.
And compared to disc brakes, you have a disc.
Yep.
And you got two pads that squeeze together against the disc.
So which is more effective for stopping?
Disc brake.
Disc brake is.
That's why nobody runs drum brakes anymore.
Interesting. Okay.
And drum brakes were notorious for when they got wet, they don't work.
Just kind of like like rim brakes.
Kind of like rim brakes.
I'm so glad I don't run those things anymore.
But that technology. So did you guys have cable actuated disc brakes on motorcycles, or was it always hydraulics?
They did. It was more of the front ones, I'm trying to remember, it was more of just it was a cable, and the back one just had a rod running from the brake pad where your right foot would hit the brake. It would had a rod running back to the actual drum itself. So
instead of a cable, it had a rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I've seen very little of, there's a couple companies that do the inverted fork, and I've never understood why that never really is brought over to mountain biking, right? There's one company out there right now that's making a fat bike one with the inverted, but I just have never understood.
Do you remember like Trek had like their 69er bike that had the Maverick on the front that was inverted?
Yep,
do you remember when that came out?
I do.
So like what's the best? I mean, you guys have those on motorcycles on inverted.
All your dirt bikes and stuff and all your street bike, most of your street bikes, the competitive ones, have gone to an inverted fork. And the reason being is for flex. Because when you put the fatter side on top,
It's stiffer.
it's stiffer, so it doesn't flex as much in your triple clamps or your clamps that hold it. When you got it the other way around and you have the fat side on the bottom, the skinnier tubes flex more.
Again,
that's the inverse of like a sex life.
Yes.
Because if you put the fatter side, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So they've all converted over to the inverted fork because they're much stiffer, and they tend to, when you're going through a corner, you're hitting brakes, you're deflecting off of bumps, it holds the wheel straighter.
So why wouldn't mountain biking follow that same? It's the same amount of weight essentially, because all you're doing is moving the
RockShox. I think RockShox has 100 mil out right now. I believe it's been a while since I looked it up.
Yeah, that's inverted.
Yep. I wonder if it just has to do with axle size and rigidity where you attach. I don't know.
I'm not real sure on the mountain bike side why they haven't gone to it, but I know the dirt bikes went to it a long time ago.
Ours are. I imagine most of the rods or shafts in our forks are aluminum.
Yeah, I would think so.
And I would imagine that they're probably steel. No.
Well, the upper part of the tube, the fatter part, are aluminum.
Makes sense.
But the actual skinny part that goes down,
The sanctions or
stanchions,
stanchions,
whatever you want
there you
to
go.
term is for it.
Stanchions.
The bottom part of the tubes, the one that slides inside the other one, they're steel.
Wow. Okay. So maybe that's why. Maybe ours are aluminum. We just can't make them stick.
And I know a lot of the coatings that they're using on the mountain bike stuff started out in dirt bikes.
Like the Kashima coating.
The coat to battle with stiction. Yeah, that started out in dirt bikes years and years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a problem that man's been trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Basically for eternity. Stiction.
Too much friction is not good.
Speaking of stiction, I had Chris over at Vail. What is it, Vail?
Rincon Valley Bike Service.
There you go.
Chris
is awesome. He serviced my forks for me.
He serviced your fork.
He serviced you.
Well, at the same time as he was doing
My clutch.
your clutch.
Yeah, and it was funny because he was talking. He's like, when I'm finished up with your bike, he's like, if you see a little grease, don't worry about it. But these things, when you're putting these back together, it's so difficult to get them back in that I've just kind of learned to put a little grease on your tubes there. Makes it work better. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting, right?
Put a little grease on your tubes. What are you talking about?
Little wiener slicker.
Wiener slicker on the fork tubes. To get it back in, because he's pulling the body of the fork out.
I got you.
Replace my seals and whatnot. I thought that was kind of interesting because I've considered attempting to do that, and then I've decided it's just too much damn work.
It is a lot of work. Well, maybe if you have the right tools and you have like a real clean area where you can lay everything out.
And you've done it a bunch. It looks like a 4 or 5 hour job.
It kind of feels like we need to get some old forks and like take them apart and just experiment a little bit.
Not on my only bike though.
Not on your own bike. That's what I mean, like old stuff, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, but, like maybe we can use the bike that you're riding, Richie.
I mean, you don't use it, so
It's got a new fork on it.
It does. Does it? Is it really that new though? Really?
Yeah, it just
new
came
shock.
out last year.
New shock and a new fork.
You put a shock on it too?
No, I just had the shock rebuilt.
Shocks.
Because the shock was leaking. So I had the shock, because that's a special shock, Fox shock for that bike.
Well, every shock for every bike is
No,
special.
but that one was ultra unique.
Super special.
Because you told me that, and I called him to have it rebuilt. And he goes, I think they're all the same. And he looked it up, and he goes, yeah, that one's got a completely different throw than any other one out there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ellsworth.
Ellsworth.
You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Chad loves Ellsworth.
Don't like him.
So I sent it off, and they rebuilt that one. Now the front shock, I had to wait. Well, it was 2020 when I got it. I think.
Right. So it is new.
It was a new one. It was a brand new one because at the time
It's
they
got
didn't
like
have
20
anything.
miles on it.
Is it a performance or factory?
Shit, I don't know. It's a Fox.
What'd you pay for it?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
I really can't remember. It was like $600-700.
So it's performance probably. Okay.
Yeah.
If I remember
Right on.
correctly.
Do you know what damper it has?
No.
So you really don't know shit?
No.
Okay. Thanks for participating in the podcast.
I hardly ride. I ride my dirt bike.
Do they throw the grip style dampers in those?
There's the original grip,
Which I have.
And then there's the grip 2, which is what I have. And then they have the Fit 4. Those are the threes that I know. So I think that like in the performance one, it's the grip. In the factory ones, it's the grip 2. And in like Lacey's 32, it's like the performance, like lighter one, it's the Fit 4.
Oh.
I think.
I really wish, the only reason I wish I would have got a carbon fiber bike in the Fuel EX is it came with a Fox 36, and I really want one of those.
Really, they spec'd the bike with a 36 versus a 34.
Uh-huh. When you go up to the 9 series, it had a 36.
Is it higher travel or longer travel?
No.
That is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I thought about buying a 36, and everything I read suggested just buy the 34, and I took that thing to Angel Fire and kicked the shit out of it, and it was awesome.
It does good, but
it did. I mean, for me, if it's supporting the girth Brooks over here, it's doing okay.
Girth Brooks.
All right, so you started out with a rod. We're back on brakes, right? Talking about moto brakes, and you started out with a rod in the back. At the very, very beginning, it was drums. They went to discs.
Yeah, somewhere in the
cable.
80s.
Somewhere in the 80s.
They went over to hydraulic discs.
And in the 80s, you were like in your 30s, right?
Yes.
with a hairy bush.
Still got the hairy bush.
Ladies, if you need his number, just leave a comment and we'll get you.
Sorry, that was uncalled for.
Yeah,
Clean it out.
Yeah, this is good. By the way, I don't edit these at all, so they just go raw.
I don't give a shit.
Just raw. They just go raw. Yeah, Uncle Dick. This is going to be. Maddie loves the fact that he can call you Uncle Dick.
I know he does.
And you know what? It's not. It has nothing to do with the fact that he thinks he's making fun of you. It's the fact that he's allowed to say the word dick.
Dick, yep. And doesn't get in trouble
He's
for it.
found a loophole, so
I don't care.
Exactly what
He's
it
going to
is,
say it as much. He doesn't want to make fun of you. He doesn't. He's just like,
I don't even mind. I don't even care.
yeah, I know you don't. You're like a great uncle, and I know he appreciates that. He's at basketball practice right now. All right. Okay. So then at some point, what, like late 80s, early 90s, they go to hydraulics?
In the 80s, most of them were hydraulic at that point.
And do they use, like in mountain bikes, there's a couple brands that use like specific brake fluid, but most of them use not most of them, but some of them also use just like a mineral oil, like the Fox or the Shimano uses like a mineral oil. What's it like in motos?
They used to, when they first came out, they were using a .3 brake fluid. Mm-hmm. Then in the 90s and stuff, they all converted over to .4.
Right.
Which basically takes more heat.
Okay.
And it doesn't start fading when it gets more hot or more heat. And I haven't really kept on it real close, but I bet a lot of them now are using like the .5.1, which is synthetic.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
What is the dot? What is that? What do those numbers mean? Is it viscosity?
All I know is that it takes more heat without fading. It won't fade. The .3 is basically what most of your cars take, although a lot of them have gone over to .4.
Right.
Most of your performance cars will run a .4. Now I think they've all gone over to the synthetic, which is a .5.1, I believe it is.
I should put that in my Tacoma. It probably needs it. The performance stuff for the brakes. You know, like just a thought.
Tacoma. That's the most bro truck you can buy.
Hey, listen. I've had Tacomas before it was a bro truck.
I love it. You are the reason why it is a bro truck. You made it a bro truck. Everyone else after you is just an imitator. I truly believe that.
Well, it'll be my last Tacoma. I will tell you.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
You're not loving it? You just want a full size.
Yeah, man. I'm done with Tacomas.
I'm still going to get that Cybertruck.
Yeah, I want to get a diesel.
You guys think I'm an idiot, huh?
No, I think he's an idiot for buying a diesel.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a surprise. Why?
I wouldn't have a diesel.
Why?
Because they're a waste of money.
Why?
because diesel's is a lot more expensive. The truck is a lot more expensive. The transmission's a lot more expensive. And with today's after treatment systems that don't really work, that are extremely expensive to fix,
but
I wouldn't have one.
But the value is that they have more torque. They provide more torque. Is that right?
Yeah. There's something about like when I miss a Jake brake, I miss a semi. It's just like nostalgia. When I was driving a semi, there's just things.
Yeah, they're just
really
freaking cool.
miss.
Like there's no doubt about the fact that they're cool.
Plus, I would like a fifth wheel, and I would like a diesel to pull that.
I mean, if you're pulling a heavy load,
it's a better engine,
and you're doing it enough to justify it, yes. But if you're pulling a heavy load once a year,
well,
I mean, you're looking
I'll do
at
it twice.
Listen,
twice
here's the deal.
Okay.
Anytime I'm riding in your truck, you're pulling a heavy load. So you just drive most of the places and we got justification.
I just see a lot of people buy them and drive them around like a car as a grocery getter.
Yeah.
And they're a waste of money to do that. I mean, it costs you
They're badass.
2 to 3 times as much money to service it.
Right.
They hold a lot more
Dude,
oil.
my friend says his diesel takes 5 gallons of oil
Plus the filters
5 gallons, not quarts.
No,
gallons.
gallons.
per oil change.
Gallons.
He's
Plus-
rolling in it daily.
How many
I probably
quarts
won't
are,
get one. I just
how many
want
quarts are in a gallon?
4.
That's
one. Oh shit.
Wait, let me do the math in public. That's
20.
20 quarts of oil. And a quart's like what? About $15 to $18 right now?
Oh, dude, it's got to be
It depends.
$200 or $300 for an oil change.
my
I'm
God.
not gonna get
Well,
one. I
not
just
only
want
that,
one.
it's just not only that when you get into the filters are much more expensive than for a gas engine.
Yeah.
So I mean, all in all, it's just they're a lot of money. And where you really get killed is if you drive one a lot and you're going long distance.
Yeah.
They're not so bad. But if you're doing a lot of little short trips around town in one,
Not so good.
the after treatment systems don't last. And I mean, you get into fixing an after treatment system, they can be $5,000 to $7,000.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, they're expensive, but they're badass.
All right. So disc brakes. So that tech had to have trickled down into mountain bikes, right? Because you guys had all that stuff, and then like 10, 15 years
trickled
later,
from cars to motorcycles. Cars all started out with drum brakes and stuff like that, and then they started out, and then they went over to disc brakes. And
Where I think you're going to see a lot of it is like you're starting to see, the e-bike thing, right? And I don't know if you've paid much attention to it, but there's like this gray area between dirt bike and e-bike. There's a bike called the Sur-Ron, which is it's like a hardcore.
can you pedal it?
No.
Okay.
So there it is, but it's not in the same realm as a dirt bike.
Yeah, it's like a light duty e-moto,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
but without that you can't pedal. So it's
Right.
something like more hardcore than an e-bike that you can pedal, but less hardcore than like a real e-moto.
right. I mean, it's got more juice than say a Trek or a Specialized e-bike, one of their high end ones. But it's just really weird. But I think you're seeing a blend of that, right? Some of the tires are getting a little bit bigger coming from mountain bikes, but you're seeing the fork technology, the brake technology from mountain bikes on them. So it's kind of a weird blend.
I kind of like this time because it's hard for me to find mountain bike parts that will survive my weight. And now with the invent of e-bikes, they're making stuff that's like designed to be like, it's so funny. Some of the companies are marketing it for dual use. E-bikes and Clydesdales. I'm a Clydesdale, by the way. That's the category that I'm in.
Well, you even look at like Maxxis right now. They've got e-bike rated tires.
Yes,
right?
They're on my bikes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's take a rabbit hole real quick, because this was a question I wanted to ask you. So there is like kind of, I think it's starting to get maybe a little bit more normalized, but there's a big, or has been for a few years, many years, maybe 5 years, like a big kind of argument in the mountain biking kind of scene around e-bikes versus pedal bikes, and like, is it okay? And there's like no doubt about the fact that we're selling tons and tons of e-bikes now and people are buying them. My question is, what's it like I'm sorry, Chad, did you have something? I don't want to cut you off.
I did. I would say from a kid's perspective, which I've gotten from your son, as we were walking, I took him on a walk one morning, and an old man comes just hauling ass by us, and he's going uphill, and Maddie looks over, Uncle Chad, he's cheating. He's yelling, he's cheating, Uncle Chad. He's on an e-bike. He's cheating. So if you're looking for a raw perspective,
straight out of the mouths of babes. Yeah. So I've never ridden an e-bike, and but I don't have anything really against them.
If I could afford one,
if I could afford one, I think it would be super fun to have one. I ride the mountain bike without the e-bike because, frankly, I need the exercise. I really need to pedal. I need the exercise.
Yeah, in 10 years, I'm going to be e-biking.
So yeah, me too,
Maybe
for sure.
15
for sure. Here's a question. It seems like I've seen there's like dirt bike races now, and there's dirt bikes out there, and they're very capable machines. Is there, how do like the traditional dirt bike, combustion engine guys feel about it? Is there that rift that we're experiencing in the mountain bike industry?
So I think the main problem with the electric dirt bikes at this point is just battery longevity.
Yeah, same problem for us. Yeah.
So I mean, I have a friend, and he's probably 260 pounds, 270 pounds.
So he's a little lighter than me.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I bet he's bigger than you. It's old George.
Oh, yeah. I know George.
So George.
Jorge. Can we use Jorge?
Yeah, well, that's actually what we call him, is Jorge.
Okay.
With emphasis on whore.
Shout out to whore. Okay.
So he went and tested one over in Phoenix. And I believe the one he tested, the company's gone out of business at this point.
Oh, Alta.
Alta. A couple years ago, he went and tested one. And the place that he went to, the dealer had a test track day, and he went and rode one. He said it was incredible.
Well, KTM's making one now.
Yeah, I know. It's coming. He said it was incredible. He said the power delivery is just out of this world.
So is it true that maybe you guys are lagging us in this, where the bike shops are selling more e-bikes than they're selling pedal bikes? And
I think, like I said, the problem with, so the type of riding we do, we're on a single track trail. We're 25 miles out in the middle of nowhere. If that battery goes dead,
you're in trouble.
It's not like I can just go drive a truck out there and pick my dirt bike up.
Yeah, and if you're on an e-bike, you can just pedal at home. I mean, it's going to suck, but you can pedal at home. So you always have a way to get home.
If you're riding them on a track, it's another thing. So I got to push it 100 yards across the track to load it back up. But where we're riding out in the desert, it's not that easy. You get down to Sandwashing. So, I mean, I think if they got us a battery that lasted 2.5 or 3 hours, where we could go do a decent ride.
I think the crowd has a little bit too, right? I think it'd be slower to adopt. I mean, you're talking about dudes that like internal combustion.
Yeah,
they do.
Yep.
So you're getting the mountain bike crowd. You get a little more granola on that side versus. I mean, this is my perspective. I could be completely full of shit, but
this is just a conversation.
I would say they're slower to adopt, but as you get forced on it, people are realizing that they are faster than crap.
I also think that once you got more of them to ride one,
you're right.
It'll change quick.
That's what everyone says with e-bikes too. Is like anyone that's talking shit, go ride one.
I don't want to ride one for a reason.
Right? Like deny that it's not fun as hell.
I don't want to ride one because I mean, what is a Specialized or a Trek? It's $15,000 or something like that.
I don't want to quote the prices. I don't know, but I know they're significantly more expensive than a regular mountain.
I mean, they're high end. The high end Trek I think I looked at was just about 15.
Yeah, that's about what I paid for my truck.
Right.
So I got a buddy that rides dirt bikes that has an e-mountain bike, and he loves it. Right. And he's still getting the exercise because he pedals it, but he said, man, when I got to go uphill.
All right, let's have a serious question. Should we all chip in and get Brandon an e-bike?
No, I think we all should chip in and get Uncle Dick an e-bike.
If I buy an e-bike and have it here, will you ride with us when you come up?
Hell yes.
Yeah, when are you going to ride with us?
I keep offering to come bring my dirt bike up and ride with you, but you keep telling me no.
That's a good one. What do you feel about dirt bikers on general trails?
What do I feel about dirt bikers on general trails? So, so that's an interesting question. So
that's bad.
You think
you don't want dirt bikes on your mountain bike trails?
You know what? It's kind of weird for me, right? Because I see, I think horses are the worst, but you get to like Fantasy Island, and not long ago they started putting up signs that people couldn't hike there.
That's stupid.
And so for me, it's kind of hard. I see people complaining about like in the Haas trails about dirt bikes, and I get it; they're hard on it, but. Man, people pay taxes, right? A hiker should be able to hike them. Bikers should be able to bike them. We should respect one another.
This is what I think. Like the same reason. Like if it rains really strong, you'll hear a lot of like our trail advocates out there saying
don't ride today. I agree with that.
And so I would apply that same mentality to motorcycle riders. Like if you want to go ride our single track trails. And you want to ride them in a way that doesn't tear them up.
Don't blow our corners out.
Don't blow our corners. I know, but I'm saying I have no problem with you coming out and riding everything.
But they won't.
But if you're going to blow out the trail and ruin the trail for us, then don't ride these trails.
And the other problem is there's a big difference in the trails. A dirt bike trail is much more spread out. A mountain bike trails are much tighter.
I see dirt bike tracks on the Vortex periodically.
All the time.
He's not shredding it hard. I mean, he's just out riding from what I've seen.
If they're just cruising, I'm totally fine with that. And when you get to where it's double track and it's open and it doesn't matter, freaking rip it, dude, kill it. That's fine. But just don't ruin our trails. Just like I would get just as pissed as a mountain biker that was out there right after it rained, ruining our trails.
I
right?
do too.
So, and that's when the dirt bike riders want to ride the most.
So don't ride when it rains.
I'll tell you, and I'm kind of taking us off topic, but when they pulled the no hiker bullshit on fantasy, it's like, man.
Yeah, I think that I guess my belief is that land use is a tough topic, and we're probably stronger if we're multi-use combined.
Yeah.
And to include horses, right? I mean, I'm saying everybody, hikers, mountain bikers, motorcycle, e-bikes, horses, whatever. If we all can just like more trails is better for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, horses have rule of everything, right? You go to the park and they can access anything. But
I don't know. That may be true. I don't know.
At Colossal Cave, there's trails that are designated horse only.
Yeah, they. Oh, is it really? Uh-huh. Well, I've ridden probably.
Right.
I mean,
those horse trails are screwed, but they can ride all of the trails.
Especially, certain times a year for sure. It's like silt. It's like baby powder or something on the trails.
Carved out pretty deep.
They do get carved out deep, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, the type of riding that you were saying, like for moto riders to adopt an e-moto, you would need for specifically for the type of riding that you do, battery duration is a huge deal because you guys do rides that are 2 or 3 hours, right?
Well, we ride for 3 hours typically, but I mean, we stop and take breaks, let people catch up. So there's a good probably hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours worth of riding in that 3 hour period.
Yeah.
But you need good enough duration that we're not worried about going out there and making it back.
See, and that's another thing on those e-bikes, right? You can dial it back, but if you want to go get endurance on that thing, you're cutting throttle or power by, I don't know how much, but I think
makes sense.
You dial it back.
The slower you go, the longer the battery lasts, right?
But, I mean, you get these guys out on their dirt bikes and they just want full throttle.
You want to juice it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I really don't know the mix of in the moto scene, who rides what. Like I can tell you in mountain biking that probably I don't know, 60% of the riders are probably cross country, 25 are probably park, and the 15 are probably doing extreme shit.
You know what I can tell you, and this is going to be a mountain bike motorcycle tie-in, is that the champion for supercross and motocross is pedigreed from a world-class mountain bike rider.
Is that Tomac?
Yep.
That was one of my questions is there any racers that have done both?
I mean, well, Tomac's parents, right? John Tomac, his son. John Tomac and his wife were both cyclists.
Okay.
And their son is now like a champion, world champion.
I think you get the dirt bike riders that ride mountain bikes and everything, but I think predominantly when they're training, especially because they don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
They're riding road bikes.
Well, Specialized sponsors a lot of dirt bike riders.
But I think most of them are riding. You go watch them, and they're riding a road bike.
Well, because when they're training, dude, they're riding road bikes, and those guys are hitting it hard, man. They are in shape. So, and it's Specialized is the name I see on a lot of them. Like all that,
super interesting,
dude. The conditioning of a motorcycle, a dirt bike rider,
it's insane.
Is at the top of the elite athletes in the world. I mean, people don't give them enough credit. But you go out there and just take, say, an outdoors race.
Yeah.
They do a 30-minute moto plus 2 laps, which is probably 34 to 36 minutes.
Yep.
And they get an hour off, and they go do it again. Now, that is 34 minutes wrestling a 240-pound dirt bike.
It would be brutal.
Riding as hard as you can. There's no breaks. There's no taking a little bit of rest here.
No breaks isn't no resting.
No, they're going with everything.
They have breaks on the bikes.
No, yes, but I mean,
they sit here trying to process what you just said. Like, what the are you talking about? There's no breaks. You just blew my mind. Really? They ride with no breaks?
They put heart monitors, those guys, and they're 180 to 190. They keep their heart rate at 180, 190 beats
for
a minute for 34, 35 minutes.
Yeah. That's pretty insane.
I mean, their conditioning is just off the hook. Plus, you're wrestling this big old heavy dirt bike around. You're using every muscle you have. It's not like you're using mainly your legs or mainly your arms. You're using every muscle you have, back, arms,
Yeah.
But they utilize a lot of cycling, which is just kind of cool. The thing I like about Tomac, which I've always liked Tomac since he started, was because of John, right? The mountain bike thing. And I've always been a mountain biker. But I think he's different from him, right? He doesn't go to trainer. He doesn't go to California and train. He talks about his land in Colorado. He lives in this place called Cortez, I believe. And there's a huge mountain bike trail right across from his ranch that he and his dad go ride. So he, I think, utilizes mountain bikes more. So
right.
I think it's just kind of cool, right? He's kind of off the.
And he's kicking everyone's butt right now. Or he's doing well.
He's champ right now.
He won Supercross and outdoors this year.
Yeah.
All right, Richie, do you have any funny bike stories? Because we haven't laughed in a minute, and we like to laugh on this podcast. You don't have any funny bike stories?
No.
None? Not a single one?
I mean, I've heard some of your guys' bike stories. Ray in the socks.
Yeah, that was underwear. It was underwear, not socks. Yeah. And we haven't told that story in the podcast yet, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait and let Ray tell the Cappuccino story if he's
Cappuccino,
if he's ready to tell it or not.
That was a bad one. Gosh,
Tomac's very, very unique because I don't believe he uses a professional trainer. Most of the other ones hire a professional trainer to train them, to do their workouts.
You're talking about like conditioning, like body conditioning.
Yes. I mean, one of the biggest one is Alden Baker.
Yeah. I mean, you have a professional trainer, right?
Yeah, it's my mouth and my belly.
I saw Richie today, and I was like, Richie, did you look like you lost some weight? He's like, no, man, I just bought bigger shirts.
I was told to keep buying these shirts.
And I was like, keep buying them, dude. They look good.
You need to not come up to Tucson without your mountain bike. That should be like a rule. You ought to just leave it here. You don't fucking ride it at home.
Just leave it here.
I'm hoping that once it cools off, I'll start riding.
Yeah, that's be good, man.
I need to.
You're welcome. If you want to try to take out my bike this weekend, you're welcome to. I mean, if you have tennis shoes, you can take it out.
I don't have any shoes or nothing. I'm good.
Dude, how do you feel about flat pedals since we're talking about riding in tennis shoes?
So, like, I have completely converted.
I like them. I'm having nightmares about them.
I don't know, man. You know that it was a very emotional time for me. We talked about this in the last podcast. It was in a very emotional event in many years for me to finally figure out how to ride clips. And I can ride them clipless, and I can ride them no problem. But I love the flats now. I don't know that I'll go back.
I like things about them, but since I've been riding them since my injury, what I don't like about them is like I've developed habits with my clip pedals to where, for example, when I'm off my bike and I'm getting water, it's okay to just let my pedal engage my calf.
Cut the shit out of the back of your
shit. I mean, you just barely touch those little bastards. It's like riding with freaking bear traps.
Yeah, right.
And that's like, I'm having these nightmares. Like, do I need to pack a wound kit with me to ride these goddamn things? Because, I mean, but I do like them. I genuinely do, right? There are things that are confidence inspiring on them, right? For example, I want to spend more time working on manuals.
Yeah.
I can't get a manual in clipless.
Lacey and I went and rode. I was actually going to ask if you want to go early one morning this weekend, or tomorrow, the next day, to go ride Robles.
Sunday, because Dana's in clinical.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Sunday.
And Lacey and I rode it, and there's sections of it that are like way more technical than I'm accustomed to. And I got to tell you, like Lacey and I did some of the crazy like black trails out there. And, Lacey rocks them all, and I'm still just trying to peg my way through it slowly.
Does that to all of us.
Yeah, but there were some real steep and real sharp, not banked switchbacks that I was able to like put a foot down and like just punch through real quick and keep my momentum and keep going. That there's no way I could have done with the clipless pedals.
Well, I'm trying to power through with them, right? Because after I just barely cut my leg for barely touching those bastards, I'm like, I want my old pedals back.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw. I mean, we had Punk Rock Dan on, and he went and ended up with 14 stitches from those motherfuckers.
I'm not shitting you. I've been looking at wound care. I'm like, should I carry some of those little things in case I fillet my leg like Dan? Because I mean, I don't want to go to the hospital, but I probably, I mean, they're not bad, Rich. You ought to try them.
I don't know. See, so when clipless first really started getting popular in the mountain bike scene back in the 90s.
Because you still have a bike with clips, don't you?
From the 90s.
Don't you have that old Trek bike that has clips on it still?
Oh, no.
You mean the cages?
The 7,000. Those are called clips.
That's what we call clips, but
Oh no, we went to the clipless. When I first bought it, it had the cages on it, which we called cages at the time.
Yep.
But within probably 6 months, they started going. The clipless really started getting popular. The SPDs,
right?
And I went to clipless on it, and I had several friends.
An STD and
I got me my STDs.
He started riding STDs.
So I had several friends that had a lot of issues going over to.
That's what happens in a small community when STD gets in there.
It just goes
round and round and round.
It's everywhere before you know it.
Safford, Arizona.
Yes.
Hello, STD.
But I never did. When I went over to them, I just converted to them. I never had problems getting out of them. I've never had problems getting out of them. To me, I don't have to think about my feet.
Natural. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. I just, once I'm clipped in, my feet stay where they stay on the pedal. They stay where they need to be. I don't have to worry about my foot sliding around. I can understand what you're saying when you're hitting switchbacks and stuff, and
your feet don't slide on these. The only thing you lose is like that connectivity, right? And you can gain it, but it's a new style of riding.
It's a different, you have to there's a weird thing you have to do.
You'll never have that full mechanical connection, but
no,
it's actually, you're planted pretty well on them.
Once I got used to them, at first it was tough, but once I got used to them, I'm like, the interesting thing that I'm wanting now is I want to go with smaller cranks. Like I'm running 170s now on I'm an extra large size bike. And I've run 175s or 180s.
That'd be great. It'd be
forever.
like, Josh, you got a small crank.
We already knew that.
You want to see it? This is a podcast. I can show you guys. They won't even know.
I mean, every time you ride your bike, it'll be like, nice cranks, Josh.
I want to go with a smaller crank, like 165.
Why?
Why not?
I'm just curious. I don't know.
Pedal strikes.
Less pedal strikes.
When
you're going over technical stuff, you have less, 5 millimeters less.
I saw a dude in Phoenix selling some 170s the other day, XT 170s for like $100.
Oh, you should have told me, because I got Dior's on my Vitus is spec'd with 170s.
Well, I mean, it was in Phoenix. I'm like, but it was on, I think, one of the bike things. I'm like, I wouldn't mind trying it, but I don't know that I'd want to. I think I want 175s.
There's a company in California, and I can't think of their name right now. No, they're in Oregon, maybe. But they make like hogged out aluminum cranks.
I think I've seen them. They got the kind of the X patterns going down.
They're supposed to be super strong, and
are they titanium?
They're aluminum, but the way they have them designed, they have them like figured out the whatever the stress points, or
geometry on
the right geometry on them. They look sick, man. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They look sick.
They do look badass,
and they're like $500.
Yeah, ROI, dude.
Yeah, I'm probably going to buy them at some point, just so you know. Because we got this podcast and we can talk about it on the podcast. So, it's got to be worthwhile.
Just sell one of your 20 bikes.
I don't have 20 bikes. Do you know how many bikes I have?
Okay, you got 19.
I sold my Surly.
No way.
Yeah, I sold my Krampus. So this craziest thing, man. Shout out to the guy in Bellingham, Washington.
Holy shit. Shout out, dude.
Who called me and he's like, or he emailed me and he saw it on Craigslist. He's like, hey, you still got that bike? I'm like, yeah. He's like, can we talk tonight? And I'm like, well, why don't we FaceTime and then I can show you the bike. And so we
like, I got like a 165 crank. Let's talk.
so we FaceTimed and I'm like, here's the bike. And he asked me a bunch of questions. Why are you selling it? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it's in good shape. And I just said, hey, I just don't ride it, man. I just ride the Vitus. I don't ride this that much. And he's like, well, I really want it. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, would you take whatever? And I was like, yeah. So it was like $100 less than I was asking. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take it. That's great. And he's like, all right, cool. And so, but I live in Bellingham, Washington. And I'm like, oh God, here's another scam.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, man, check your PayPal. So I go to my PayPal and he paid me.
Holy shit.
And I still haven't shipped him the bike. We've got it arranged. I'm going to go down. So a lot of the bike, so this is something, if you didn't know this, right? I'm learning this. A lot of the bike shops offer a service where you can take a bike to them and they work with like freight forwarders or like ground transportation and can find inexpensive ways, like cheaper than USPS or UPS or FedEx. And so Copper Spoke in Tucson, they offer this service.
Ben's doesn't?
I don't know if Ben's does or not. I don't know. But he called Roadrunner, which is another shop that's kind of across from Park Place Mall on Broadway. And Roadrunner does it. And so on Tuesday, I'm going to go take the bike to Roadrunner. They're going to pack it up and ship it to him. And the guy was, he paid me like, ahead of time. I guess he just totally trusted me. I could just ghost him right now and keep his money. But so I sold the Surly. So I'm really down to one mountain bike and one gravel bike.
Should have bought a track. I need a gravel bike.
I'm going to buy another bike.
How many bikes are hanging in your garage?
How many people in my family ride bikes?
How many bikes are hanging in your garage?
A lot.
Roughly 20.
A lot of bikes. Well, only 3 of them are mine.
Okay.
Technically, you own them all. Richie was right.
This is true. I own all of them. I paid for all of them, so they are mine. But so I'm going to buy another bike, another mountain bike, and I want to buy another full suspension mountain bike. And so here's what I can't decide. And Lacey and I,
Triple Crown.
Yeah. So here's the argument, right? So I've got a 140 trail bike that I feel like I can ride anywhere.
Don't go smaller than that.
I want to go bigger.
Yeah.
And Lacey's telling me I need to go get a cross country bike.
No bullshit.
And I'm like, I want like a pole or something, right? Have you seen the poles?
You want a pole?
Have you seen the pole bikes?
Oh, I thought you wanted a pole.
Not that kind of pole.
Okay, I gotcha.
Not that kind of pole.
No, what's a pole bike?
So they're
Like Polish?
They're completely
Polak?
Pole is the name of the company, and they're hogged out. So they start
with billet?
With a billet of aluminum, and they hog it out, the whole frame.
That's not efficient.
It's not efficient. They said 96% of its waste.
God damn.
But it all gets recycled and then melted back down and put back into it.
Wait a minute. Let's think about this. They're boring out the tubes too?
Yes.
What the fuck would you do that for?
There's the latest podcast from Pink Bike.
It's probably quite a bit
owner
stronger.
Of Poles on there. It's like a 2-hour podcast. You need to listen to it and listen to his technology. It sounds amazing. Right now, they're sold out of all their bikes, but the e-bikes that they're building. So I have to wait a minute. Whatever. I'm not sold on Pole, but I'm thinking like a 160 is a 160 bike somewhere around there, like an enduro, kind of small enduro is probably.
I think I would step up higher than that.
I don't know that I'll ride it anything higher than that.
Yeah, I think you got to look though, right? Because we've talked about it. I mean, I'm a firm believer in going over with the suspension technology these days. So you got a 140 that does. I mean, we did shit on a 100 mil way back in the day. I think you go 140, and I think if I were buying another bike, I'd double. I'd jump 2 steps.
You're telling me get like a 180.
Yeah,
I'll have to think about that.
Triple Crown.
We should go. Maybe instead of I want to go do prison camp. Have you done that?
No, I need a full face helmet, but I'll do it without one. I just probably should get more protection.
I think I have one.
Lacey and I, when we rode Angles Orchard, there were times I'm thinking if I crash, I'm gonna.
What size helmet do you wear? Large, small. Well, not that helmet. The other one, like his head, his big head, not his little head.
Below me, Richie.
It's not Richie. It's Uncle Dick.
Uncle Dick.
No. Cock ring.
Charlie Rainbow.
Cock ring. No, you know what? I was kind of doing a search, right? Because I would like to get a full face helmet, but my thought is that I don't want a real hot and a real heavy one, but I want one some little jaw protection. And at one point I was looking, I found one.
You need to look at the one I have.
What is it? The Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be nice. What, $300, something like that?
No, we'll talk after the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a hookup.
Okay.
I just bought one.
Score.
Yeah. It's like 40% off. And it was, I think the list was 180.
Wow.
So it's 40% off. That is what I
I
paid.
would say, geez, $300.
I'll take one.
I can get a dirt bike helmet for that much. Carbon fiber
but I mean,
dirt bike helmet.
dirt bike helmets, that's,
But it's weight thing, right? I mean, they are. Yeah. And
my helmet, is so light. And Lacey had the same one. We had the same helmet.
That's kind of a cool thing. Speaking of helmet technology, one thing that when I started riding dirt bikes with Richie there for that brief while that I'm really big on is the MIPS system, right? I started riding the 6D, and I started riding it because, I mean, that MIPS whole technology, I think, has evolved from football players, right? They started doing all that brain study, and they started doing all that stuff. So MIPS is something that I've always been kind of a big advocate of.
All the helmet manufacturers have their own little take on it, but it's basically the same thing.
I think when I bought mine, though, it was still kind of neat, right? When I bought that 6D, they were kind of pioneering the
they were, but I mean, I just to say at this point, they don't all call it MIPS, but they're all got their own.
There's different, but
it's all basically the same type of technology.
Yeah. So I'll recommend that folks go out. There's another podcast called Bikes and Big Ideas.
That's a good one. I like that guy's stuff.
It's more professional than what we do.
Yeah, and it's different than Pink Bike too.
It is, yeah. It's more professional, but they had the guys on from Laser, which Shimano owns, I'm pretty sure it's laser. I think I have this right. And they have designed a new way to formulate the foam inside the helmet. So this is like now Shimano type money behind this, right?
Oh yeah.
That has the same lateral protection that a MIPS system does without having the MIPS system in it. So they've actually reconfigured the foam in the helmet so that it moves the same way.
Have you seen my helmet? So when I bought my helmet, and it's not just a Trek thing, I started researching helmets because, like I said, MIPS is important to me.
Yeah.
There was a college, a Midwest college that did impact studies on helmets.
They talk about that. I think it's Penn State that does.
This one was not Penn State. I would remember that. But of all the helmets they tested.
Yeah, there's one university that does it for everybody. It's the same university. But yeah,
when I bought my
exactly
helmet, Bontrager's got the highest score on that lateral kind of.
Yeah.
And it's not foam at all. I mean, they've got the padding in it, but it's got like this wavy looking plastic stuff. But, so anyway, I went with the Bontrager one, and with no respect to my love for Trek pikes, but that's kind of why I bought it.
Trek stuff's great, and Bontrager stuff's great.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I think historically worn Giro stuff like that. But
is it Giro? Is it Euro? Do you know? Anyone know?
I think it's Giro when you wear it on your head, and I think it's a Euro when you eat one.
Okay, I thought you were going to say when you wear it somewhere else, but
I was too.
You guys are so.
I'm sorry, man. We usually laugh a lot on these. We can't get Richey to tell us any funny stories. Like, what's going on, man? Tell me a funny story.
I want to tell you a funny story. I want to tell you a funny story because I mean, with that bigger shirt, Richey, your eyes are even looking kind of chunky. Like your eyelids.
Oh, everything's getting fat, brother.
You need to ride more, man.
You need to ride smoking, more start eating, and put on 25 pounds.
Dude, are you still off the smoke?
I haven't had cigarettes since March, first week of March.
Dude, that's like good. Give me a little fist bump here on the side. I'm gonna come. Okay.
I'd give you this.
Yeah, not that kind of bump.
That's good.
That's awesome, man. I'm super. That's tough. Okay, so I got my haircut today, and I got this.
Looks good, by the way.
Thank you, man. I got this Arab guy. If you're looking, well, you guys don't have this problem.
Yeah, I don't have much hair to cut.
I cut my own hair.
But I found this shop, and it's up on Broadway in Houghton, and from Syria. The guy's from Syria.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go in there and I get to practice my Arabic, and I teach him some new English words. Today I taught him track and field. He couldn't figure out like what track and field was. So anyways, I teach him some English words. He teaches me some Arabic words. It's a fun time, right? He does a good job on my hair. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
Does a good job. But I can't even fucking remember what I was talking about. What the hell were we talking about?
Your haircut looks good.
My haircut looks real good.
Well. No, so we were talking about getting Richey to come ride with us. I thought that was that. We do need to go ride together. I mean, you need to just quit giving us excuses. Bring your bike up. We miss you.
I do. I that's one of the things that's really hampered me. I quit smoking, started eating. I haven't ridden my dirt bike, which is where I got the majority of my
you just reminded me.
And now I need to get back on my mountain bike.
Yeah, you're getting fat.
You just reminded me what I was thinking about. So it's been many years since I quit smoking. I don't know how many years. I'm not going to quote a year because someone's going to tell me I'm full of shit and I'm a Mormon smoker or something. But do you know what a Mormon smoker is?
They smoke when no one's around.
Anyways, when I was getting my haircut today, this guy comes in and he's got no hair.
Kind of like.
And he's got a big old giant handlebar mustache.
I hate those goddamn
And he's
things.
got like kind of like about as much beard as you and I have right now, which is like kind of, on the 1 or 2 setting or whatever.
Right.
And he comes in and he's like, "Hey, can I get a shave?" And Hottie's the guy cut my hair. He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll be done with this fat guy in a few minutes. Just go out and hang out and have a drink or whatever." And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go outside and have a cigarette." It's been a long time since I've heard someone say that. And for a split second, I was like, "Oh man, that sounds really nice."
Oh, dude, it never goes away.
20 years later, and I'm still thinking about it. Right?
Go out and have a fag.
I know.
By the way, fag is cigarette in England, just in case anyone.
So I know guys that have been quit for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
And I ask them, "Do you ever still want a cigarette?" And they're like, "Oh, hell yeah." It's just a lot easier to say no.
Yeah,
I don't think that craving ever goes away fully.
Dude, I mean, I miss it. Like I'm thinking about especially when I get really stressed out at work.
Yep.
Like being able to go outside
when
and
you walk by someone smoking and you're having a stressful day. Yeah.
That's what gets me, is more just when I get stressed out and this and that. It's just like, it was nice to be able to walk outside, take 5 minutes, smoke a cigarette, and just kind of reset.
It's more the break, I think, than anything. I don't know, but like, here's what I don't miss. I don't miss smelling like shit.
No.
Right.
I don't miss spending a shit ton of money on it. I don't miss giving myself cancer, and I really don't miss the fact that I could never fucking breathe when I was smoking. So those 4 things.
I mean, when we were in college, we'd stop for cigarette breaks with our mountain bikes.
Yeah, we did mountain bike rides.
That was the way we did it.
Breaks on our mountain bike rides.
That was the way we did it. When I started riding mountain bikes, I smoked all the way through it, and we'd always stop. And every time we stopped, 4 or 5 of us would break out a cigarette, smoke a cigarette, and then ride to the next stop.
Dude, I remember we're in Thetford Forest in England, like rolling cigarettes on the mountain bike trail, like not even smoking filters, right? Just rolling them. I'm like, oh my God, cannot be good. Right?
Playing banjos and smoking home rolled cigarettes.
We were smoking home rolled cigarettes, but there wasn't tobacco.
Hey, so Josh, are you looking at? I'm going to jump back onto that bigger bike. What are you looking at for bikes? Aside from the pole,
I haven't even started. Looking. I don't know.
Have you considered Treks? Because they're really badass.
Thank you for being predictable, Chad. I don't even know. Is it a so here the truth of the matter is that I rode at Angel Fire both a Trek Slash and a Trek demo, and I didn't love them.
Yeah, and I think there's that. I mean, maybe it's a geometry, but kind of when I listen to like Pink Bike and they talk about like bike park bikes, I think they're getting beat the shit out of. So we got the end of the year bikes that have been beat the shit out. I mean, geometry's not going to change, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, I rode them on 4th of July this year because we were there for a week, right? And so they were in good shape. Yeah. I just didn't get along with them. The Slash specifically, that's their enduro bike,
so
their 180.
Long, I just
didn't get along with it. So I don't know.
Maybe 160's it.
Maybe I have nothing. I have no problem with Trek bikes.
You gonna go 29er?
Oh, 100%, absolutely, no doubt. No, I'm not interested in a mullet. I'm not interested in 27.5. I am 6'3". I'm riding 29 bikes.
I nearly went with a Remedy instead of my EX, which is a 150, 27.5.
Yeah, I think you would have regretted the 27.5.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you know what we're talking about, Richie?
Yes, tire size, rim size.
Do you have to true a moto rim the same way?
Rims? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How often do you have to do that?
Just depends on when you bend it.
I never do that on mine.
I mean, I check my spokes regularly.
Yeah.
And it's... you've watched a lot of dirt bike riders get out there, and when you're riding behind them, their rim just waka all the way down the road, and they just don't care.
Oh, do you want to hear?
That means wobble.
Do you?
Yes.
I think you may have been here when this happened. So for a minute, I got good is not the right word, but I got like semi-proficient at truing.
I was here for that.
Truing wheels.
Yes, I was.
And so like there's a certain amount of concentration that's needed when you're truing a wheel.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've done it before.
And blood alcohol level too. Right?
So it's not like you just tighten here and loosen here. You got to loosen this one and loosen this one. The right where it's at, you got to loosen more and loosen a little bit less on the way out, and tighten a little bit more on the middle and a little bit less. I mean, there's a whole science to it. If you do it wrong, you end up with
screw it up, right?
You got it really screwed up.
Yes,
so
you can.
Let me tell you something that will really screw up a back wheel, and that is one of those wheelie trainers where you
manual trainer
where you like strap your bike into and it holds the bike up, but it's really just a piece of wood that's like holding the wheel
that allows
together.
You to bend the dog shit out of it.
Allows you to bend the dog shit out of it. So Mike's here. Hype man Mike's here. We take his bike, we put it on the wheelie trainer. Everybody's been drinking I don't know why we talk about alcohol, and everyone must think we're complete alcoholics because that's all we talk about is alcohol. As you're looking at your bottle of rye, and I'm still working on this small batch Kirkland bourbon, but we were in the backyard. It was some kind of a party or something. I can't remember.
It was the 4th of July.
I think it was. We had a bunch of mountain bikers here, like local, like Rob. Those guys were here.
Rob and Rod were here, and their wives.
Here. Mike was here.
Tiffany.
Anyways, we bent the crap out of Mike's back wheel on this
manual trainer.
I didn't. It wasn't Josh. Someone did.
Josh convinced Mike to do the manual trainer, so Josh is not completely free.
I will admit to that.
True story.
I'll take that. So then we bent it. I mean, we completely jacked his back wheel. So then we put it on the truing stand. Now, meanwhile, I'm like half a bottle into bourbon. And I'm thinking that
BAC is up there.
And BAC's up there. Blood alcohol content's up there. And I've trued a bunch of wheels at this point. So I'm feeling real confident. And you know how when you drink a little bit, I mean, you remember this, Richie, you do this every time you go to the bar, like 3 or 4 times a night when you're trying to get women. You, you feel like way more confident than you actually are. Like you're like, I'm a 10 when you're really a 4, and you go up and you try to snag these girls, and it's not going to work. But that's what I did. You can relate to this with that wheel, and just
trashed it. Yeah.
Just got it worse. With every twist of that spoke wrench, it got worse and worse and worse.
I've never been brave enough to even do that.
And all those mountain bike guys were here. And finally, like, Rod comes up to me. He's like the elder in the group. He comes up to me. He's like, you need to stop. That's all
Did he tell you?
You need to stop. Put it down. I'm like, step away from the wheel.
Well, the biggest part of that is actually figuring out where is it bent.
Well,
and so if you don't get it right and you start twisting in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So if it's not terribly bent, though, there's a tool out there that measures like spoke tension, I think.
Torque. They make spoke torque wrenches. No. They make a tension wrench too.
They make a tension checker, and they do make spoke torque wrenches, which is, I'm like a huge advocate of torque wrenches, man.
Spoke torque wrench is what you use more, I think, more on a dirt bike. Because the spokes are a lot thicker.
Yeah. So we have, so there's kind of like 3 specific tools, well, maybe 4 specific tools when you're touring a wheel. First is a touring stand. Second is some type of spoke wrench. Third is a spoke tension tool. And the 4th is a dish tool.
Right. But I think Park or someone makes like a digital
spoke tension tool.
Tension checker.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, they have a digital and a mechanical one. They have multiple different grades. They have from professional on down. I haven't messed with the spoke tension. I'm just trying to get it true.
Right.
So that would be the next level. And then beyond that is like the dishing tool. So at some point I'm going to learn how to do all this shit. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Hell, we used, you know what we used back in the old day for tension tool?
What'd you use?
You just bang the ding wrench on the spoke and listen to the tone. Dung, 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 dung. Go to the next one. Dung, dung, dung. Dung, dung, dung. Okay, tighten that one a little bit.
It's probably not that bad. I mean, it makes sense.
As long as you're not really cranking a lot. But I mean, that's how we would check spokes. Is you just sit there and you'd ting on them when you were spinning the rim real slow and ting on it and ding, 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 dong, dong, dong. Okay, that one's loose. Tighten that one up.
I'll tell you, since I've got a mid-range mountain bike, but they're expensive for me, right? It's not cheap.
It's expensive, yeah.
My time working in the mine and wrenching a lot of steel bolts on aluminum parts and just ripping the shit out of threads. Like, I am now a huge advocate of torque wrenches. Like, I look especially up torque specs for everything I do. I use my torque wrench. Everything.
It's interesting when Lacey bought, or we bought Lacey and Scanner, a couple of those Ibis bikes. They came with the little mini torque wrenches. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll have to show them to you. So they
just break away.
They're one.
Topeak makes some pretty sweet.
They're one torque. Like they're 5 Newton meters, I think. And for most of like your cockpit, 5 Newton meters is the right.
5 to 8 is where
is the right.
That's funny because a dirt bike engine, most of your bolts on a dirt bike engine are 7 foot-pounds.
What is that in Newton meters?
I want to say 10.
Okay. I'm
not sure. But I mean, it's just because Newton meters metric.
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Because it's meters. That would make sense. It's foot-pounds, that's imperial.
Foot-pounds is imperial. But I mean...
We've tried to do this before in this podcast. It never works out well.
A majority of your dirt bike engine, in all your cases, almost everything you put together is 7 foot-pounds.
Wow.
But I religiously use mine. I mean, I would like a bigger Park torque wrench. I've got kind of a cheap one.
Everyone wants a bigger one. No. But you can talk to some girls. They'll tell you at some point it's too big.
Actually, for my dirt bike,
I just want to see you riding that pole.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see me ride.
So
it's not going to happen.
I have a big digital snap-on torque wrench that will go all the way down to like 3 or 4 foot-pounds.
You're kidding me.
And then I have,
but it's a big wrench.
It's bougie.
Goes from 250 foot-pounds down to 5 foot-pounds.
No way.
That's a pretty big.
It's a digital. Span. The digital ones have a lot.
What's something like that cost?
Yeah, what does that cost?
They're probably $300-400.
Do you get a discount?
No,
dude. But
when I was using it doing engine work,
right?
When you're down at 7 foot-pounds, you have no feel. It's
so the
just
little
like,
ones are better, probably.
So I've ended up buying me another clicker, which was another $250 or more at the time. This was 10, 15 years ago. But I bought a smaller one that was a 1/4 inch for doing most of that work because you have a lot more feel.
See, I go with the mechanical park. It doesn't have the digital, which I looked at the Pedros.
I've got a Pedros one that's mechanical, and then I bought like a Harbor Freight one that just
for torque.
And see, I don't know how the mountain bikes are.
He's telling me that's probably not a great.
But a lot of your new engine work, when you're doing engine work on a lot of these new cars and trucks and stuff, they're going away from just this many foot-pounds. They're going to go to this many foot-pounds and then put this many degrees on it.
Oh, shit.
So you go, say, 50 foot-pounds
and
90 degrees. But a lot of these new digital torque wrenches, I have
no idea
clue.
what you just said. Take it to 50 foot-pounds.
Torque everything to 50 foot-pounds.
90 degrees farther.
And then take it and twist it 90 degrees.
From that point.
Once you've hit 50 foot-pounds.
So why would they do that?
Because they say that the 90 degrees, because if you know the pitch of the threads and everything, they say it's more accurate.
Really?
And I know a lot of stuff is like that.
So it's based on thread form.
Yeah, and stuff. So, I mean, I know a lot of these new digital torque wrenches.
I got no idea what the hell you guys are talking about right now.
Well, no, a lot of these new digital torque wrenches, you can do it, and it actually will, somehow or another, they calculate how many degrees. So you can set, and I want to go 50 foot-pounds. You go to all 50 foot-pounds, and then you can hook it up, and it'll calculate how many degrees you've gone to do it, too.
Yeah, we don't need that. But you look at like a new mountain bike, dude, and I would say 95% of the devices on my bike, from like pivot points to bar clamps, have a torque value painted on them. Or
you know where it's become like it's a necessity now. It used to be like it's a good idea to do it. You should do it. But now with dropper posts, it's like a necessity, because if you over tighten a dropper post, it won't come up.
That and shit's so hard to source, and it's expensive.
Well, it's it's a good idea to do it. You should do
smart.
it.
5 Newton meters is very little torque.
You know what? And when
you'd be surprised, right?
You can very easily over torque it, and when you over torque aluminum, you pull threads, you stretch threads, and after a couple of times you ruin it.
Yeah. You're right. Like when I put my torque wrench, there are some at 5.5, and you tighten, you're like, this can't be right.
One of the things I'll tell you though, but since wrenching for like 20 years on bikes, like I'll like start it and then put the torque wrench on there, and it's surprising like how close just my feel is to like the right amount of torque just from doing it for 20 years. I'm sure it's the same for you on cars and motorcycles.
It just depends on torque range.
I will just tell you, like in the mine, there were some times where I had steel bolts going to aluminum things, and just
that feels uncomfortable, right? Because you could strip the shit out of it. Yeah,
and I have, right, and it's like, oh my god.
And you better use something, because if you just put it in there steel against aluminum, there is a chemical reaction that happens that
you need something, some grease or something
like locked or some never sees or something that keeps them, because you'll have
steel and aluminum does that. I knew stainless steel.
Steel and aluminum, and you'll leave them in there too long, and next thing you know, you go pull it out, and they've kind of like mated.
It's called galling,
and you'll pull threads.
Uncle Dick, I got a final question for you.
No,
come on, man. You got any advice for our listeners? Our mountain bike community of listeners, any advice that you can pull from either like the wisdom of your nearly 90 years on this planet, or the vast number of women that you've conquered, or all of the motorcycle experiences that you've had, the mountain bike experiences you've had, your world travels. What do you have to tell us?
Eyes on path. Look where you want to go. If you start looking at something and think, I don't want to hit this and I want to go here, if you're looking at the thing you don't want to hit, you're going to hit it.
And that applies to women.
Dirt bikes. I mean, that is dirt bikes. Eyes on path.
Oh, boy, that was man. Appreciate you coming on today.
Not a problem
anytime,
brother.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Later, guys.